We're going to do another better career debate out of the big red machine, Kane, and at one point in time, his partner, RVD. Who had the better career out of those two?
I'm gonna say RVD, dog.
Mm.
RVD, because I keep thinking about ECW RVD, and I still keep thinking One Night Stand RVD, and then I keep thinking every time I've ever watched Rob Van Dam ever show up, I'm like, this man's the star of the show, no matter what. Hell, I even watched the match where I think it was like 2014, 2016, where he showed up, and I believe he wrestled like Jack Swagger and Cesaro. I'm like, yo, he's still the best part of the match, man. And on
Mm.
top of that, you really get your money's worth when he's wrestling. Then I keep thinking from bout to bout to bout from Jeremy. I think his name was not Jeremy Lin. I forgot his name, but something Lin, right? That was in ECW. I keep thinking about when he was in the invasion storyline and he had to wrestle Kurt Angle and all the other legends at that time. I keep thinking about RVD versus Jeff Hardy, man. Booker T. I'm like, bro, this dude don't really miss. He don't really have bad matches. I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, let's compare that to Kane. We know when Kane's hairline started to recede and he started losing that hair, that quality started going downhill. It was tragic. And then it was more tragic when they took his theme song away. Yeah, they took that slow chemical away. That's how you know we ain't got Kane no more. Kane just shows up, big boot, choke slam, pin, call it a day. Your man was on cruise control. Because I remember 1999 SmackDown Kane. I remember Kane coming off the top rope for Triple H. I remember when Kane showed up and that pyro hit, everybody was shook. I remember. I remember Kane versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in the first blood match. I remember that. I remember when he got set on fire. I believe he has very good matches under his belt, very good landmark matches for wrestling. But I don't think they can compare properly to Rob Van Dam because his body of work in the ring and then his overall like persona as well, immaculate.
I'm not going to lie. Kane, towards the end of his wrestling career, he was about 3 matches away from defending this wrestler. Kane, Kane was close to being on that segment. I'm not even going to lie. But when I think about the totality of the body of work, I'm going to go with Kane had the better career. Just because the reason why I'm like, I don't know if Rob Van Dam in the WWE, Rob Van Dam never really reached the top of the mountain. Like he became WWE champion, but he never to me was looked at as like the guy. And Kane, for the most part, was never looked at as the guy either. So that's why I feel like it's a good debate, but I don't know. I just think Kane has more iconic
Don't
not
tell me you're gonna
matches,
say
but just
Kane.
like
Yeah.
he just more has iconic iconic storylines. Like I think the Undertaker and Kane storyline is probably one of the best written storylines in the history of the WWE. Like, and then his introduction into the company as Kane, that has to be one of the best like intros. Like the man came out when the Undertaker was facing Shawn Michaels in a Hell in a Cell match, and then Kane freaking rips off the door. Like I remember the commentary, like that's gotta be Kane. Like just the storyline. He's part of one of the best storylines in wrestling history, and the fact that that storyline was ever. I always thought Undertaker and Kane was actually brothers until I got older. I'm like, they may actually be brothers. So I'm like, to me, the iconic storyline that Kane has had, like to me, it's hard to really match that. RVD hasn't had that. If we're talking about in ring wrestling, then of course RVD. But storyline, and I think about just the impact Kane has made on people and wrestling fans. Yeah, I think that's hard to beat. Like if I had to choose which career I would want to be a part of the career that freaking I was the brother of the Undertaker my entire career. And it's like me and him faced each other. Me and him also became tag team champions. Then we went on to face each other again. Like, and then, Kane freaking lasted for a long time. I didn't like his last stages of his career, but you could think about, remember, he was tag team with even freaking RVD. He was tag team with Daniel Bryan. Like, Kane has found a way to just stay, you know, I want to say kind of relevant at the least. So I'm like,
All right. Because I know I'm not waking up to me hearing that this man enjoyed Kane versus the Great Khali.
I mean, no, but I'm like, actually, I don't think I ever watched that match. So I'm like, but the Attitude Era Kane was the best Kane. But, you know, when he first took off that mask, I ain't gonna lie, he was still freaking dominant at that time. It's just over time when they start putting Kane in the suit. I was like, when Kane became governor before he became governor in the WWE, I was like, okay, this is not Kane. This is not Kane no more. So
I hear you, but then I'm like, bro, you gonna really sit up here and tell me it's that you value the storyline more than the match?
yeah, I mean, I did for Kane because I'm like a great match is a great match. Don't it's it is what it is. But when it's a great match, but it's great storyline evolved around it, those are the moments. Kane had a lot more moments than RVD in history. In the history of the WWE, Kane has had way more moments than RVD. So that's why I'm going with Kane. And the moments is what matter the most. You trying to create moments.
Man, I because I can see we're on two different sides of the earth on this one. But you know what? All right.
But we going to let the
I'm
people decide though.
yeah.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section, who do you think had the better career, RVD or Kane?
Y'all know it's RVD, dog. It's the one of a kind, dog.